This is another episode of Straight from the Block. We in season 3, 2. I said two, not three. We in season 2. This is episode 3. Ladies and gentlemen. We gonna get into it right away. Let my co-host holler at him.
You're ready to roll with this, man. It's your boy Questro, aka Crib Baylor. Stop playing me, you heard?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ashton Martin. Ashton Martin, aka Mr. Martin. We ready. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, before we even start, though,
I want to start with a.
Hold on. I need to address this. I see my co-hosts today decide to wear their hats. Kay, I don't know where you be getting all these gas station Giants hats. Those are all the joints where you traveling up the I-95 or you come to New York and they all in the gas. I hate this nigga's hats. I hate the Giants and I hate your hats. Yo, this nigga here, yo.
Wait.
Cowboy hat. Shut up.
Yo, wait, listen. Are you more upset you don't got a cowboy hat on or that he just wears his Giants hat?
No, I don't have a Cowboys hat where I'm at, but I can throw a Cowboys hat. It's the hat. It's the gas station hat. It's like he got
the bet brim. It's the bet brim.
With the pops, the Papa hat.
That's how Giants fans do they shit, nigga.
Nah, that's not how Giants fans do their shit.
Champions wear they shit, my nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Y'all ain't winning championship in how many years, yo?
Nigga, are we gonna talk?
I'm just saying.
Are we gonna talk about that? When was the last time you won?
No, that is not a topic. So we are not addressing.
2012.
We're not talking about old championship and all types of wild shit like that. We're not doing that. That's not what we do.
Eli the Great, nigga. That's all I'm saying. Eli the Great, nigga.
All right. So listen, I wanted to get before we start because we have some topics that we could talk about for a little while today. I came across my feed a little while ago while I was preparing for the show, and I want to get y'all blind reaction on what y'all think about it. It's almost a certified deal that Las Vegas and Seattle is going to get NBA expansion franchises.
Expansion teams? We ain't see. What was the last expansion team? The Raptors?
Last expansion.
Grizzlies?
They came in like the same time, though, right? It was like 4-1.
I think it was the Grizzlies and the
Raptors,
or New Orleans.
But they didn't come at the same time.
No.
Wasn't it Orlando, Memphis, all of them came at the same time. Orlando was expansion.
No.
Orlando came first.
Oh.
But remember now. Seattle had a team. Seattle's franchise was OKC. They moved from Seattle to OKC.
Yeah. But that don't count as an expansion. That don't really count as an expansion.
OKC doesn't count as an expansion because there was a franchise that was already in Seattle and they just moved. They relocated.
And the same thing for the Hornets. The Hornets moved from Charlotte to New Orleans.
Back to Charlotte.
Okay, so they're talking about Seattle and Las Vegas getting NBA teams. They didn't announce the years they will come in, but that's what's being spoken.
So it's gonna be 32 teams. I mean, but ain't that 2 West Coast teams? Don't they gotta like even it out? Somebody will have to move to the East, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
I mean, Seattle fan base is real. Seattle got a real big fan base. I mean, Vegas, I'm not mad at it. That draft is gonna be where they pick all of. Remember, franchise team, they got that franchise draft and be mad whack ass niggas for like 4 years. Remember when Orlando first came in? Orlando was trash. Remember when the Raptors first started? Charles Oakley was like the best nigga on their team.
Listen, they had Ronnie Cycli out there in Orlando.
Yeah, like it was like trash. The Raptors was like all the 11th and 12th players on the teams on one team.
Nah, they had Damon Stoudemire, they had Mighty Mouse, and
They
they
drafted
had
him.
And Marcus Camby.
Yeah, they drafted those two. But everybody else was random idiot niggas.
Facts.
Charles Oakley, fucking Charles Oakley, like his last couple years. Who else was there? It's just bad. 12 niggas.
Well, I will say this though, it might make first of all, the reason why this NBA season is going to be probably one of the most intriguing seasons in a while is because I first of all, I thoroughly enjoyed this past season, but this season upcoming is going to be even more intriguing because there's some decent rookies that's coming into the league. There's guys that didn't play last season that will play, people coming back from injuries. A lot of teams are stacked, whether you look at it from free agency or just regular season or just drafting, right? Or player movements, right? So that kind of leads us into one of our topics for today. I just feel like if Seattle and Las Vegas, especially if it's like next year or the year after, if they get teams, bro, that means they're gonna spread out more of the talent. Because the last time they did this, like you said, Quest, they was able to pick a player. Like I guess they had dibs on certain players that they could get.
It was like a draft. They did like a little draft.
It was like a draft, and they was able to pick players. And if they do it right, first of all, Las Vegas is not coming in trying to be bums, so they will pick some decent.
There's no way they could come in and be good though.
Why not though?
Because it's gonna be third string niggas, maybe some G League niggas. Nah. The way the NBA stacked up right now, for you to just be starting and throwing a bunch of niggas together.
Yeah. Hey, what are you talking about? You name us one team that in their first season inside the NBA they was competitive. Like the NBA, they got
for like 3-4 years.
No.
So when they come, they're gonna be trash, no matter what happens.
I'm not disagreeing with you, right? I'm not disagreeing you with that being historically what happens, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we in a new day and age, and there's a lot of nice niggas on teams, right? So let's use Houston for example. Let's use Houston. I'm gonna use Houston as a team, right? Okay, you can attest to the fact that they loaded, especially at wing or guard, right? So they got Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, Kevin Porter Jr., blah, 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 right? If Las Vegas came in and said, give me Kevin Porter Jr., right? Let me I want that guy, right? Because they can't, the way that I remember it set up, you can't get like our top 2 or 3 players, right? But you could get maybe 4th, 5th, right? So if they took Kevin Porter Jr. and then took one of the many nice niggas from OKC who got like 100,
they don't get to pick team players.
Yeah, I'm about to say they don't pick. They had like a little draft. It was like a draft for like free agents and like the bottom, like the 10th, 11th, and 12th man on the team type shit.
Yeah,
like,
they don't pick players from everybody's team, my nigga.
Like the only team that came up pretty good was Orlando, and that was because Orlando drafted who they got.
So this is where my memory is failing me. So correct me if I'm wrong. How did the Raptors get guys like Sharif Abdul-Rahim? They drafted him.
Sharif
and Marcus Camby and Stoudemire, they drafted them.
Yeah.
I felt like
Isaiah Thomas was the GM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Orlando team? most of them, they sucked for a minute, and then they drafted Nick Anderson.
Exactly.
Then they got Jack. Like then they drafted and started getting.
So I stand corrected because I felt like in that draft type scenario, they got some decent players.
Nah,
but
it was like
I forgot
like
how to
it might be a little
process
different now because it's G League. They got G League, so you got more of a pick probably from like G League niggas. They might have it through that, like free agents that don't get picked up, like DeMarcus Cousins and niggas like that, like could probably join into the, you know what I'm saying, like the pool for the pick out of niggas that can still play that's not playing. You know what I'm saying, like Isaiah Thomas, you know, niggas like that are still worthy enough to play, and you know what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. So
and it's real talent in the G League.
I could definitely see them being trash, but if they come up with a different scenario than what it used to be,
I'm curious to see how they would do it.
Yeah, I was curious too. I'm curious.
Like
I'm very curious.
I don't see why they would change it. This is the way it goes, and this is how teams come up, and it is what it is. I don't know.
I mean, they do have a little bit more options, like overseas niggas, G League. Like, is it gonna be like a draft? Like, how can you enter the draft?
Isn't it been 10 plus years since they added teams?
Might
it's
be
been
longer
like
than
10,
that.
15, might be 10, 15.
Yeah,
okay,
longer than that. Like maybe 20 years, because the Raptors came in like I was a kid.
Like 90s. I was in the 90s.
Yeah, like the 90s, like mid-90s.
Okay, look. Here's how it has changed. Like Quest was saying, there's now different pools to get players from. Back then, it was only free agency and it was only drafting. That was it. But now you have the G League, you got overseas, you got different people that's grooming players to come to the league. So they could grab a bunch of players from all around the world, which wasn't happening as like that back in the days. So they're not gonna make it easier for these teams because the talent is so up and it's worldwide right now. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna keep it the same. Free agency is free agency. They're gonna have all the cap space. They're gonna have all the bread to give niggas that top dollar to come play for them. And then
plus, like, we get to see like new coaches, some dudes that might get shots at coaching that probably didn't have a shot before, or you know what I mean? Like it's a whole new organization, 2 whole new organizations built from the ground up. Like basically somebody could give me a job and have me be the announcer at the games. First of all, if I was announcing MSG, the Knicks wouldn't suck. Or they'd be better. I ain't gonna say they suck. They don't suck. They would be better because I have MSG on tilt. But picture me in Vegas announcing the games. My God, I had that shit upside down. Las Vegas, if y'all listening, I'm available. These guys don't pay me enough here.
We don't pay you at all. Hey,
no point. I'm about to call it the Stephen A. Smith show and ask for a job. He's looking for Shannon. Nigga, I'm right here. Me and Stephen A. Hey, Stephen A. Hey, cuz. I'm going to call him and be like, hey, cuz, I heard you got a spot open. You need to hire the cuz.
You gonna lose the interview right then and there because you said cuz.
Yeah,
like, hold up, brother.
He don't want no gang affiliation.
I'm gonna tell Steve. I'm like, listen, Steve A. Smith, you better get your shit straight, or you ain't gonna be able to come back to New York. I don't care nothing about that Queen shit. Get it right, or take a flight. Simple. If you want to come back to New York, hire a brother. Neither here nor there.
Here, straight from the block. Do not condone the words.
Crip Bayless.
What would be Vegas team name? Like Aces already taken. Like that would be the like perfect name. Aces already gone. What would be their name? Like what would be? Who in Seattle? Would they go back to the Sonics?
Yeah, the Sonics is easy, but Las Vegas, they can find a multitude of names.
The Las Vegas Chips, like what the Aces is like the perfect one.
Why you thought Aces is the perfect one? Because it represents a card?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like when it goes with Vegas, it makes sense. Like Utah Jazz does not make sense whatsoever. Like, I do not associate Jazz with anything Utah when I think about it. Like, I never understood the whole Utah Jazz thing. Some teams, like, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I never understood I don't understand why New York are Knickerbockers. Ain't that some kind of pants? Like, I don't get it. Was that cool back in the day? New York niggas used to wear Knickerbockers? I don't know. It just don't make sense. Las Vegas Aces makes sense. Like, New Orleans Jazz would have made sense.
Okay.
Like, New Orleans Pelicans don't make sense. There's Pelicans in New Orleans?
Yes, there's Pelicans in New Orleans.
Oh, what, is it a lot of
Look,
them? There's Pelicans in City Island, but we not called the New York Pelicans.
I ain't never seen a Pelican in New Orleans in all my life.
I've never been, so I don't know. Maybe they're there. They in City Island. No,
wait.
Wait,
K, you been to New Orleans and seen a Pelican?
Yes, nigga.
I've never seen a Pelican in real life.
I
ain't never seen a Pelican in real life.
I seen a Pelican in New York too, though. So anyway.
Where the fuck you see the Pelican at New York, nigga?
Yeah, you a liar.
Yeah, you lying now, nigga.
Dude, the fuck you talking about? You never been to the Bronx Zoo, nigga?
The zoo don't count. I'm talking about nigga just walking and fly through, eating fish. Like pulling up while you chilling, with the shit and eating the fish.
Look, I could easily see the New York Knicks being the New York Pigeons, right? It could be a whole
that
bunch
would make
of
sense. The New York bacon, egg, and cheeses. Right? That would make sense. Like that, like the New York Tims, like that would make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like that, it makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, Utah Jazz, I was like, what the fuck is the Utah Mountains or some shit?
Kind of like how the New York Giants make sense. Like, you know,
oh boy, ain't never been no Giants.
Wait. You can't argue. Quest, you can't argue Giants because we are one of the homes of Giants skyscrapers. So that's an easy. That was an easy
is that what it is? The only Giants I know was on the outside of the wall with the Wildlings. New York wasn't there. New York don't have New York. We got Wildlings, but we wasn't there. Oh, so that's why they're the Giants, because of the skyscrapers? That's not why they made that the name. Really? Oh, you learn something new every day. Well, look at y'all making sense.
Yeah, we know why the Dallas are Cowboys. But anyway, so let's leave
it
to
bow, ping, pong. You know why we Cowboys. You know why.
So let's lead into our topics and stop. So the expansion teams, which I think will be dope to add some more parity to the NBA. I don't look forward to the tanking, so which is why I hope that they can come up with a way that they can be competitive right away, or at least decent teams. But anyway, with that being said, every year I've talked about this in past shows. Every year, I think in the upcoming season, there's going to be some teams that don't make it, and there's going to be some new teams that do make it. So I sent you guys that topic. Let's start with the NBA since we're on the NBA.
Hold on, before we continue, I'm sorry not to cut you off, D. I have a name for this topic since we do it all the time. It's called Litty or Shitty.
Oh, I like that. Litty or Shitty. Litty or Shitty. Let's start with the Litty or Shitty topic of the day. Who's gonna be Litty up in the upcoming season for the NBA? Who's gonna be Shitty?
Right. What we start with?
Either one of y'all go.
You want to start, Kay?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, Litty. Who got who? I'm curious. Phoenix is gonna be lit. Phoenix is gonna be back again. Even though they don't have depth, they got enough to get them to the playoffs and at least the second round, right? With the people that they got, right? Who's the last one they picked up? Bol, right? All right, so they got Bol.
You talking about Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix is good money. Phoenix is gonna be lit again. I'm gonna start on the West. Phoenix is gonna be lit again. I'm as a fan, I'm hoping it's the same, and we finally this is the last stretch for my team, for the Clip set. I'm hoping we stay healthy and we get to, I know how we do, regular season and then playoffs, somebody dies, and then niggas be missing limbs, and we don't get to know it. So I think Clippers is still be in it. Phoenix is still going to be in it. Denver's still going to be in it. Utah's going to be in it. Utah's like my team that niggas is still sleeping on. Sacramento is going to be in it again. How many is that? Denver, Utah.
Wait. So let me run it down for you so we can make this real easy. I'm going to name the teams that made the playoffs this past season in the West, and then you tell me which two teams don't make the playoffs, and you tell me which two teams that's not, okay? So we got the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Suns, the Clippers, the Kings, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, and the Lakers. So those are the 8 teams that made the playoffs. Which two out of these teams, out of those 8, don't make it?
The fuck you just said? What's the teams again?
It's Denver, Phoenix, the Clippers, the Kings, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Lakers, and the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves and Warriors is out of here. Shitty. Pack them up. The Warriors fucked up because they got ass Chris Paul. Wherever he goes, you lose. That's just how it goes. You get him, you lose. He's a bum. I don't even see how they're gonna work it out with him and Steph, because Steph's way better than him. I don't know what the fuck they was thinking there. Pack them niggas the fuck up. Timberwolves was by accident anyway. They didn't pick up who they got. They didn't get nobody, right? No, they didn't get nobody new, right?
They made moves.
Who they
made
got?
slight moves.
Who they picked up?
No, but they got a point guard. I forgot who they got, but they got a point guard.
Not enough. Pack them up. Shitty. Golden State, shitty. Those are 2 shitty teams.
Name 2 teams. So name 2 teams that's gonna replace them.
OKC.
Okay.
And
I like that.
Utah didn't make it last year, right?
Nope.
And Utah.
OKC and Utah.
OKC is going to be a problem. OKC is going to be a problem. They got Chet back. They still got Dort. They got my son. And if I shy, they got that nigga. Like, it's too much. They got a lot going. They got a lot. My son Giddy run the city. They got a lot going on in OKC. They're gonna upset some people. I wouldn't want to play them in the first round. They're gonna upset some people. And Utah was right there. They fell short. Utah wasn't even. We thought Utah wasn't even gonna win 20 games last season.
That's a fact.
And Utah came,
but they started off hot and then they sizzled down.
They sizzled down, but they came out to show y'all stop playing with us. Put some respect on their name. So I got OKC and I got Utah.
Okay, now for the East, you got the Bucks, the Heat, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Sixers, the Nets, Boston, and Atlanta. So which 2 don't make it?
Pack up the Nets and pack up Atlanta.
Okay.
Pack up the Nets, pack up Atlanta. Shitty.
So who's Litty? Who's gonna be Litty?
In the East? Who's left in the East? Shit. Who the fuck else is left in the East? East is trash, yo. Who the fuck else is there in the East? Like, I didn't make it last year.
Come on,
Toronto?
man.
Huh?
You got to be somebody out there.
It's
Come
Toronto.
on,
who else wasn't it? It's Toronto.
Orlando. Indiana.
Indiana's gonna be in.
Okay. Detroit, Charlotte, Chicago.
I want to say I'm gonna go with Indy, and I want to go out of Charlotte or Chicago. I'm probably gonna go more Chicago. I'm gonna go with Chicago. Chicago and Indy.
Okay. Chicago and Indy is Litty.
Yeah.
Chicago and Indy is Litty.
Chicago, I mean, they got to free themselves up with some bread for Lonzo. I think they could do something. Like they kept basically everybody. They're supposed to be getting rid of Zach, but they didn't yet, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got Chicago and I got Indy. Indy's good.
All right, Kay. All right, Kay. Who's Litty? Who's shitty?
Out of the West, I'm agree with the homie. I got Golden State not doing it, and I got who was the other team?
Timberwolves.
Golden State definitely not going back, and the Timberwolves are not going back. Golden State for me is not even the addition of Chris Paul, because I got faith in Chris Paul, but it's the subtraction of Jordan Poole. Like, we acting like they didn't just lose Jordan Poole for nothing. Like,
which is a major part of they winning.
He was the young scorer. He was the scoring punch off that bench. Like, we all seeing that Clay is declining. Clay is not going to come back younger this season. You know what I'm saying?
That's that stupid ass headband.
He's only getting older, he's getting slower. So them losing that punch, losing that 20 to 30, because sometimes Poole could go off. You know what I'm saying? He's the young nigga.
Let me ask you a question, Kay. You think they got the faith in Kuminga to make up for Jordan Poole's part? I like Kuminga.
Kuminga and Jordan Poole ain't even the same type of player. Let's be for
I
real.
know, but Kuminga is nice. I think they put in the faith in going with Kuminga and as I guess to be their faith is in him to like pick up some of what Jordan Poole. He's not gonna score like Jordan Poole did because he's just not that type of scorer.
What are we even talking about? They had Kuminga and Jordan Poole on their team last year, and the Steph Curry minutes were still trash. Kuminga wasn't ready to produce how they thought he was going to be ready. Last year wasn't his rookie season. They had faith in him last year. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't do what they thought he was going to do. So it's like they ain't. They lost Jordan Poole. They added Chris Paul, who's not a scorer, and I don't really know what else they do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are still getting older. Steph is absolutely amazing. Steph is still one of the top two, if not the best player inside the fucking league, but he ain't gonna be able to carry them niggas by himself. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Minnesota is still trying to figure out if Cat and Gobert could work together and all that shit. Listen, this Ant-Man team, get these two big men the fuck out of here. Them niggas is playing three centers like half they fucking payroll. Half they payroll is between Cat, Gobert, and the homie coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
I think they can make it work. They just haven't. Because I would put Cat at the 4. I would keep Weston at the 5. Like, Cat don't want to be in the post anyway.
That's dumb. It didn't work out. It was dumb when y'all tried it. Get rid of that shit. It's Ant-Man's team. Give Ant-Man better players. It's not going to happen.
San Antonio won with that.
I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it.
All right. So those are your West teams. Who's Litty and who's shitty in the East?
Wait, I ain't even tell you who's Litty in the West. Can I say out West and tell you who I got coming in?
Oh, my bad. I thought you did. You just said who was shitty. My bad.
Right. I was getting to the shitty first. Then let me get to the Litty out West. Litty out West for me, Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans. I was just talking about them. They had a good draft. They added a point guard. I feel like if Brandon Ingram plays a full season, it's a problem. They ain't got any stages. All they got to do is do it. You know what I'm saying? They keep Valanciunas. If Zion plays fucking 70 games, they Gucci. If Zion plays 70 games, them niggas may make it to the second round. But New Orleans could damn near make the playoffs without Zion. If they realize that, fuck it, Zion's not playing this season and we just gonna go with what we got, I feel like them niggas is a playoff team if they don't have Zion. Zion is if Brandon Ingram and fucking CJ McCullough, you know what I'm saying? Valanciunas and all of them boys on them young pieces they got over there, they ready to do it. They ready to take that next step.
Hold on, Kay. Do me a favor. I want to make sure it's not me. Quest, do you hear us echoing?
Nah.
So it's me. Okay, it's me. All right. Go ahead. So go ahead, Kay.
the Pelicans, and then why was it two teams you named question? You had one of my teams.
I said OKC and I said Utah.
There you go. There you go. OKC my next team. You already know that. If you know me, you know I've been talking OKC, and you know what I'm saying? I'm a Chet home with I'm big on Chet.
I'm a big Chet fan. I can't wait to see him. I got him as rookie of the year.
And who else I'm big on is that Jay Williams, the last year, that kid they got last year in the first round, who was playing the power forward. That kid is just, he's raw talent right now. Like, as he gets better and he gets more basketball IQ and know when and not to do it, that kid is nasty and just does it all too. You know what I'm saying? I really, really like him. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, yeah, it's going to be a problem. OKC, the Pelicans, look out for them niggas next season. They're going to be Litty. Hello. Yeah, so I don't feel like Brooklyn nor Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta, they lost when they, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta lost out. They ain't been doing nothing. They haven't been active. And if you ain't active, that means you're slow. If you're slow inside this league, you're taking steps backwards. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, but I don't really see it. Brooklyn had too many people.
As long as you see it. I was wondering what you thought about that.
What I thought about Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't been that active. Yeah, we're gonna resign. Yeah, we're gonna resign. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that we re-signed Cam. You know what I mean? I like the fact that we bring him back Mikal Bridges and all that. But not a playoff team. Not a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? Not a playoff team. Not a playoff.
Who's Litty in the East coming in? Pause.
Coming in, like I said, I've been talking the Pacers shit for a minute. I'm the one that got everybody on the Pacers. You know what I'm talking about? I'm the big cheerleader for the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? As far as Halliburton, as far as Bruce Brown, as far as Obi, like all the moves that they've been making in the offseason, they are guaranteed to me to be a motherfucking
I get to see my son Obi get some burn. That's why I'm happy. Obi, my son. I get to see him get some burn.
Huh?
I said, Obi's my son. I get to see him get some burn. I think he's going to be happy in India. I think they're going to utilize him.
Also, that kid Ben Mathurin, Ben Mathurin showed me
is my son.
That kid is just a scorer. Like, he's a problem. Ben Mathurin is ready. He's as advertised. You know what I'm saying? They said that he was a scorer and he was going to put up numbers in this league. And he came in last season. So with a little bit of off-season work and more maturity and just more playtime and everything, that kid gonna be a problem, man. Be a problem. And then I'm not going Chicago. Chicago ain't do shit for me. Only thing Chicago did was re-sign Vucevic. You know what I'm saying? Which was a surprise. But they re-signed Vucevic.
They kept drumming too.
I feel like they gonna do something.
They keep drumming. They kept drumming too.
Right, they kept drumming. They had no choice. That nigga opted in. That nigga took a little money to stay there. They ain't had no choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? He opted into his contract.
I will put Vuce at the 4.
They got to get rid of somebody. They got to get rid of one of them too. It's not working out. It didn't work out. It's not working out. They got to get rid of one of them. They got the exception for Lonzo. We know Lonzo's career is over. So we got to see what they're gonna go do with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's my guy.
Yeah. So I don't. Nah. Fuck Chicago.
Who you got?
Disappointment. I got more faith. I got more faith in a team like even a Charlotte, because Charlotte got they got LaMelo. They got back Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is coming back. And they got my son Brandon Miller inside the draft.
That's my guy.
Brandon Miller
He's my favorite rookie.
He's
my favorite rookie.
Right. That dude made me watch basketball games, like college basketball games. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller. So you put him with LaMelo, with Bridges, and then they got wild young big men. They got the most young big men. They got Bridges. They got big men for days. You know what I'm saying? I see Charlotte doing something. Once
I'm not mad at that pick. It would be the Chicago or Charlotte with me. And I'm not mad at that.
I like Detroit too, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Detroit been.
I think they need a couple more years.
Yeah, nah, they adding players. They added the right type of veteran players. They got the young niggas around them, and their young talent is talent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think they need a couple years. I'm curious to see how. I want to see them. They're gonna upset a lot of people, but
that kid.
I don't think they're gonna be able to get in the playoffs.
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey's nice.
Exactly. But he was dumbing out inside of Summer League. With the few games he played in the Summer League, he was dumbing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jaden Ivey's nice.
And then that twin they got, Detroit. Mm-hmm. Detroit is one of them sleeper teams in the East. Like very, very. You know what I'm saying? And there's somebody else moves I like, but I can't think about them right now. So that's my two Litty teams in the East.
So your two Litty teams is
Charlotte
and the Pacers. Okay, copy. All right, so let me get to my Shitty and let me get to my Litty. Shitty is shit. This
you documenting this stuff, D, so we can go back to it.
No, definitely. I'm gonna write it down because this is gonna, we got.
I definitely want to laugh at y'all when I'm correct, and y'all are wrong. Well, me and Kay agreed on a couple, so you're wrong. It depends on what you pick. I'm sure we're gonna pick wrong.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page with the West in regards to who's not making it, and that's Golden State and that's Timberwolves, yeah. I think we're both in agreement to that.
Pack the niggas up.
But I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I was in agreement, and I'm gonna switch. I'm switching. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm gonna say, huh?
Wouldn't be you if you didn't.
Exactly.
I was just about to say, this nigga, this nigga go. All right, yeah.
I think the team that doesn't make it in the West, now that I'm really looking at it, is Minnesota and the Clippers. I don't think the Clippers are going to make it.
Hey, Drew.
I don't think the
Let me
Clippers.
call my son PG right now and tell this nigga deep tweaking.
I don't think the Clippers are going to make it, and this is the reason why. I think I think one thing is going to happen or the other, and we're waiting for that shoe to drop. I think there's a trade imminent, right, for the Clippers. I don't know who's going or who's moving, and I don't know who they're going to get. But I think for some reason there's a trade imminent, right? And when the trade happens, it's either going to affect them negatively.
Out of what, PG and Kawhi, like one of them is moving?
One of them, somebody.
There's no value. It can't. There's no value.
Listen, all I'm saying is I think somebody's moving, right? I don't know who it is. I'm not going to pretend that I know. I think if the move happens and when the move happens, he's either going to impact you guys negatively or positively, and there's no way to know, especially depending on who's the player that you're going to receive. So right now, I'm gonna jump out on a limb here and say it's gonna be Golden State and the Clippers. It's not even gonna be Minnesota.
I would like to put a wager on that.
It's gonna be Golden State and the Clippers.
I would like to put a wager on it that the Clippers make the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
What'd you say?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think you're forgetting that Brody's re-signed with the Clippers. So no matter who goes,
you still got Storm and Norman.
Westbrook only needs one player with him. He got an entire roster. Even if one of them go, they still got normal power. They got mad scorers. Like they lost Gordon. Cool.
You don't have to remind me on who the Clippers have, sir. I'm just making a bold prediction.
Like I said, I'd like to place a wager bottle on that one.
Okay.
Bottle on that one.
First of all, sir, you are out of wages because I think me and my partner here is still waiting for wings. So you are not. You out of wages right now, sir. You out of wages.
In my defense, I haven't been in the town with niggas. So
listen,
all right,
you're
right. You're right.
This is how I feel. I don't know about you, K, because I'm in my feelings right now. I feel like he hasn't made us a priority. You know what I mean? I feel like the season that came and went, and niggas is hungry. Niggas ain't even eat no goddamn wings. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so next Tuesday, I'm gonna send y'all wings next Tuesday.
All right.
That's on the set,
but I will make the wager. I don't mind making the wages. You know I don't make a wage. I don't mind making wages because you still got to get your bottle. You still got to come in town so you can get your bottle. You know what I mean? So I don't mind making wages. You already know I'm a gambling man. But I'm gonna jump out on a limb and say those are gonna be the two teams that don't make the play.
Okay, well, who's the Litty then?
Oh, the Litty is very easy. It's the Pelicans and OKC. It's the Pelicans and OKC. That's very easy because
that's easy.
It's beyond easy because I think OKC was already dangerous, and now with Chet coming back, it's going to be an ultimate problem. Then, wait a minute. Oh no, no, Lord Jesus Christ.
The West is crazy.
The West is crazy. Okay, I do believe it's OKC and New Orleans. I'm not going to change those picks. But I might have to. I'm making another bold prediction.
Honorable mention.
It's three teams. It's three teams making it, and it's three teams going out in the West.
Whoa.
The third team may easily be Minnesota, right? Because I didn't put them. So it's gonna be Minnesota, the Clippers, and Golden State. The third team is the Houston Rockets. That's making it. I believe in Ime Udoka, and I think he's gonna have them dudes balling. So look out for the Houston Rockets.
That Clip set? Yeah, definitely run me my bottle.
Look out for the Houston Rockets. Wait, watch this. Y'all might have the better personnel, but I'm taking the coach. I'll say that. I'm taking the coach.
We got the best coach in the league.
I'm taking the coach.
Over
Clippers got the best coach in the league.
Listen, I'm taking the coach.
I hear you.
So you want to talk about
women?
Hide your women. He in Houston. He gonna be getting lit.
He's gonna be wilding in Houston.
He's
gonna be wilding in Houston.
Lock your women up. All right. In the East, the East, Lord Jesus Christ. Boston. Excuse me, not Boston. I mean, Brooklyn definitely not going to make it.
Now you tripping.
Brooklyn definitely not going to make it, right? Brooklyn definitely not going to make it. I want to say Atlanta because it's the easy decision, but that also depends. I'll stay consistent with my wild theories, right? I think the Sixers is the team that may not make it. I think there might be a move.
I was thinking the same thing.
They just picked up Mobamba with no Doc Rivers and some disgruntled players and somebody may possibly moving from that franchise, whether it be Harden or a trade imminent. I think it's going to be Brooklyn. And I think it's going to be the Sixers. So those are going to be my choices. And then those are going to be my shitty and my Litty. My Litty is very easy to me. It's going to be Indiana, and it's going to be Detroit. Those are my two picks.
I really Indiana believe in Detroit.
Indiana and Detroit.
I believe in Detroit. I hear y'all.
Oh no. With all those guys coming back, Cade, all of them healthy, they gonna be a problem. With James Wiseman at the 5, we already started to see what he could do over there. And they just got a new coach, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, they got a great coach. They got
Monty. They going to the playoffs. They're going to the playoffs. They got Monty Williams. They got Monty. These look out for Detroit. They got nothing but talent over there. And now they got a coach who's going to get the best out of them. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to ball, bro. Everybody coming back healthy. Watch it.
Hey, they got a coach with a chip on his shoulder. They got the coach who feel like I've been disrespected.
Woo.
I got to put some respect on my name. They told me,
Woo.
if you could
Right.
build Phoenix, build another one, and I'm going to show y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga K hat got lower.
I feel like we have yet.
Nigga K lowered the hat and said it.
Listen, Detroit is an absolute. Indiana is an absolute for me. Those guys are going to be Litty, and they're going to push a lot of teams if they make the playoffs. If those two make the playoffs, anybody in the East better watch out. I'm just saying.
Be interesting this season.
It's going to be a very interesting basketball season. Very.
No, you know, the last 3 seasons been really crazy because you honestly didn't know who was winning the chip. It's not like prior years. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, you didn't really know who was winning the chip. Like, I mean, like years.
So wait, the last 3 champions. Let me make sure I want to make sure I'm correct. So the last 3
Denver,
champions,
Golden State, and Milwaukee.
Denver, Golden State, Milwaukee.
I didn't expect Milwaukee.
Was Golden State was a complete surprise?
I didn't expect them to win the chip. After coming off being like the bottom team the year before, because I think everybody was injured, I didn't expect them to win the chip. I ain't gonna hold you.
I didn't expect Wiggins to do what he did. Andrew Wiggins showed his wild out. Remember now, that was the Wiggins show.
To win that chip. I don't think nobody expected them to win that chip that year. They kind of took that one. They with that chip, they solidified like, yeah, nigga, we really a fucking dynasty. Like, we really them niggas.
Nigga, Steph solidified, nigga. Shut the fuck up talking about LeBron so much, my nigga.
Yeah.
I got fucking 4 rings in 10 years.
Yeah.
This nigga got 4 rings in 20? Fuck are we talking about?
I'm just gonna speak for myself. I didn't. Okay, the one thing we could agree on, I think we all could agree on, is I didn't think they were gonna get the max out of Wiggins. We all been waiting for what we saw from Wiggins in Golden State. We've all been waiting for it, and they finally got it. Somebody got the potential out of him, right? That we've been waiting for. So, but I wasn't surprised at Golden State as a team. The injuries the year before, yes, but I didn't because they're champions. I didn't expect them to not like be in the playoffs or not be competitive. Was they my pick to win the chip? No, but to me, it wasn't a complete surprise. It wasn't like, oh shit, it's Golden State. How did they do this?
All right. But like you said, in your whole soliloquy, you just said you didn't expect them to win the chip. So like the homie said, it's a true statement that he just made. The last 3 chips wasn't teams that we expected to win. So all 3 years, the last 3 years has been lit in the NBA, and I agree. I love the playoffs the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I have so let's do it. Let's break out into a quick question. Who did y'all believe was going to win the chip the last 3 years? If Denver, if Denver,
we ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do that. Just say you don't agree with his statement.
No, I'm not. No, this is not. Wait. K. You're jumping the gun. I'm not saying that I disagree. I'm just saying in the past 3 years, to me, there was not an outright team that people thought was going to win the chip. Not people, me. I didn't feel like there was an outright team. So my question to you guys, was there an outright team? Was there an outright team that you thought would win the chip these past 3 years?
For me, it was the Clippers.
And for me, it's the Brooklyn, my nigga. What are you talking about? Like we
yeah. Where they got KD and Kyrie. Yeah, okay.
Kyrie was there. Like let's be
and
for
real.
For me,
it was the Clippers. I really thought the Clippers
we ain't even got the chip. Right.
Okay. No, see how quick that answers the question. Because for me, it was none of those 2 teams, but it was okay.
I thought the Clippers. I really had like, I'm like, oh yeah, we good.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go ahead.
So we got the Shifty and Litty out the way.
So you can say something about your fucking hat, yo. God damn.
Shut the fuck up, my nigga.
We got the Shifty and we got the Litty out the way for the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's talk about the NFL. Let's talk about who's shitty. Let's talk about who's Litty in the NFL. And since the New York Giant hat is like all in the camera. Let's start with Mr. Martin because I know he's itching. Go. I hope you got all your information prepared.
Listen, no, tell me to name the teams that made it, and I'm gonna tell you like out of the teams that made it, who's not going, and I'll give you two. Like, don't do that to me. Name
Don't,
the
you said don't do that to you. All right. Okay. So it was Jacksonville. It was the Chargers. It was the Bengals. It was Baltimore. It was Buffalo, and it was Miami. Let's go with the AFC first.
No. Who made the playoffs last year, nigga?
That's what I just.
Yeah, he just said, yeah.
No, you didn't.
The AFC.
You ain't named the Chiefs, and they won the Super Bowl. So how you name the?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The Chiefs.
Yeah, how you name the teams that made it, and you ain't named the Super Bowl champs?
You know why? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the bracket, and they had a bye. So my bad. My bad. They had a bye. So so yeah. And Casey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's supposed to be. I feel like I'm missing a team.
You are missing the team. The other team that had to buy.
Who's the other team that had to buy? I don't know what I'm missing.
No, it's the AFC.
We in the AFC right now. Who had that?
You said Titans, Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Raiders.
You ain't say Titans. Whoa. The Titans ain't make no fucking playoff. Name the teams again, please.
Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Cincinnati, the Chargers, and Jacksonville. And then there's KC. Well, who's missing?
The team that won was it Pittsburgh or oh no, Cincinnati's from that division. I don't know. We'll go with those teams though. Name those teams again. One more time for me. Two teams.
Jacksonville, the Chargers. Cincinnati, the Cincinnati, Baltimore, Buffalo, and Miami, and then Kansas City Chiefs. Who's shitty?
It's not even that they shitty, right? I'm taking Miami out. I'm taking Miami out, and I'm taking Baltimore out. All right.
You're both wild cards, though, right? So I mean, makes sense.
The only reason why I have to take Miami out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go even bolder. I'm gonna go bold.
Whoa, you taking the page out my book, huh? Let's go, Kay. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna go bold. I'm taking Buffalo out. I'm taking out Buffalo, and I'm taking out Baltimore. No, the matter of fact, the Chargers.
Woo!
Here's why. Because at the end of the day, in the AFC, inside and specifically inside the AFC East, the Jets are here. The Jets are gonna make the playoffs. The Jets are Litty. That's an easy one. The Jets are Litty. If you know me, you know the number one, my favorite quarterback and one of my favorite players in the league is A-Rod. You don't give A-Rod the kind of defense that he got. You bring his coordinator so he's not inside an unfamiliar offensive scheme or system. You bring over some of his players. You bring his homeboy as far as offensive weapons so he's comfortable. You give him the Lazard. You give him the Randall Cobbers on the team. And then you got the offensive rookie of the year from last year as far as Garrett Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He has a tight end. He got everything he needs. He got a running game. And he's just A-Rod. You know what I mean? In that division, when you got New England, who's not going to make it. Buffalo got to go against the Jets, and they got to go against Miami twice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Miami is crazy. As long as Tua stays healthy, they did nothing in this offseason but got even faster. If you believe it or not, the Dolphins got even faster. with the additions they made to their offense. And their defense, man, they went out and got Jalen Ramsey. They added Jalen Ramsey. And they already got the Xavier Howard on the other end. And then you know what else they did? They went out and got Vic Fangio. They got the homie, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. So it's like Miami is lit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Miami, I see them niggas making the playoffs. They upgraded their offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they already made the playoffs, so they're not really Litty. You just can't take them out.
Can't take them out. I can't take them out. I can't take them out. I'm putting the Jets in there. So somebody got to go because the Jets ain't make it last year. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got to go.
So Buffalo and the Chargers is out. The Jets is in. Who's your other in for the AFC?
Name the teams that didn't make it for me.
Hold on. You guys are killing me. The teams that didn't make it are as such. You got New England, you had the Jets, but you picked the Jets. You got Pittsburgh, you got Cleveland, you got Indiana, you got Houston, Las Vegas, and Denver. And then Tennessee. Tennessee is the team we missing? Is Tennessee the team we missing?
Yeah, because they won their bum-ass division, I believe. But anyway, so they would be an easy one to take out too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The team that we, but the team I got going in, if you know me, then you already know. The Cleveland Browns. Talk about my favorite people and my favorite quarterbacks, and that dude, Deshaun Watson. Oh, I can't wait to see my boy. Oh, I can't wait to see my boy. And with the additions they gave him, he still got Chubb. He still got the running game. They got Amari Cooper. They added another receiver. They just about to go crazy out there in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Their defense got much better. I feel like the Browns. Don't sleep on Pittsburgh either, B. Don't sleep on the Pittsburgh Steelers either, B. Because Pittsburgh and Tomlin is just that coach. Mike Tomlin is just that nigga. Tomlin has never had a losing season, and he barely fucking missed the playoffs last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
okay. So let's go to the NFC.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I'm going with Deshaun Watson because that's my boy, and he got
And it's a statistical fact that any nigga named Deshaun is an elite athlete. That's a fact.
If you didn't get that, ladies and gentlemen, that is his government name. Okay.
Damn, D. God damn, son. This nigga here, bro. They don't need to know that.
They don't need to know that. So it would have been a pointless a statement you made if they didn't.
It was still a fact. Gosh, that is not my name, ladies and gentlemen. That's not my name, ladies and gentlemen.
Go NFC.
Okay, yes, let's go NFC. So NFC bracket was Tampa Bay, Dallas, Minnesota, the Giants, San Francisco, Seattle, and Philly.
That's it.
That's easy. That's an easy one. Name them again.
Yo, you killing me.
San Fran, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Dallas, the Giants.
Get Tampa Bay and get the Cowgirls out of here. Let's be for real. The Bucks ain't doing it because Baker's not Baker because they got Baker Mayfield. I ain't got to say no more. The Bucks ain't doing it because Baker Mayfield's their starting fucking quarterback. Let's just go there. Let's just end that right there and there. You know what I'm saying? And they did my nigga Lenny dirty. My nigga, Lenny Fournette should still be there. You know what I'm saying? They should have brought back Lenny Fournette. They did that nigga dirty. Quiet for them. Cowgirls, must I go on? Let's be for real. We already know them bitch ass.
You kept your niggas in.
They got all right. Okay. So let me make some real points. Okay, let me be real. All right, let me just.
I don't need a real point.
Let me make some real points. They got worse, ladies and gentlemen. They lost their tight end, Schultz. Schultz is no longer there. Nope. Ezekiel Elliott is no longer there. Nope. Who's their backup running back?
Tony Pollard.
Pollard. We don't know. What happens when Pollard gets popped? We're gonna find out. Dak, Dak again. Nah, I mean they got a good receiver in Brandon Cooks and all that, but they got a cornerback on the opposite end. You know what I'm saying?
Our defense is great.
Again, y'all got a good cornerback on the other end now this season.
Yeah, our defense is great. I'm not worried about my defense.
But I don't. Yeah, Cowgirls. No, don't see it.
Okay.
Don't see it.
Would you like to put a wager on that?
Anytime you're ready.
So, all right, yeah. I'll wait till it's my turn, and then we'll make the wager.
All right. So let's go with who's Litty then in the NFC.
Name
so
them.
You got the Commanders, you got the Lions, you got the Packers, you got the Bears, you got the Panthers, you got the Saints, you got the Falcons, you got the Rams, and you got the Cardinals.
The Lions, Detroit, D-Town. Detroit is litty. Litty. Detroit is so litty. That's easy. That's easy. Detroit. And my next team.
Yeah, this is tough. Your next team is going to be tough. I want to hear this.
It ain't even that tough because somebody got to win the division. It's a bum-ass division, but somebody got to win it. And I'm going to go with the Falcons. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay.
Because in that division, correct me if I'm wrong, you got the Falcons, you got the Carolina Panthers, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then you got the
New Orleans Saints. Go ahead.
New Orleans Saints. There you go. So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta has made a lot of additions on offense and defense. And on offense, they got so many weapons. They got so many weapons. And that young quarterback they got, Ritter, I feel like Ritter, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them quarterbacks that kind of did it the old-fashioned way where he didn't start from day one. You know what I'm saying? He was watching bum-ass, I forgot his name right now. The starter who was there last year, Mariota. He was watching Marcus Mariota, you know what I'm saying, for the first few games of the season. And then he came on probably week 10, week 11, started the last 5 or 6 games, you know what I'm saying, and got a hang of the offense. But then he's been around the team all off season, and he's that kind of young kid. He was nice in college. He wasn't one of them top dudes, but he was nice in college, you know what I'm saying? He could run, he could throw, and all he really got to do is get the ball to them tall-ass targets he got, you know what I'm saying? As far as Pitts at tight end, you got Drake London at the wide receiver, and they drafted my guy B. John Robinson from the top running back. The first time a running back has been taken in the top 5 since who? Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm talking about? So with all their offensive power and the whack-ass division they playing in, and the defensive additions they made too, because they made a lot of additions on defense. I just ain't gonna name them all for y'all, but they made a lot of additions on defense to make sure they got better. I'm gonna go with them and I'm D-Town.
All right, so it's on you, Quest. Who's Litty? Who's Shitty? You should have done your research. Don't be asking me for nothing. You should be done some research.
I'm gonna start with the NFC. As much as I hate to admit it, for the Shitty, I'm gonna pack up the Bucks, pack them niggas up, and I'm gonna pack up them bum ass Giants niggas, the midgets. Pack the midgets up. They're not going nowhere. They don't even know what's going on with Saquon. Pack these niggas the fuck up. Them niggas is an accident. Last year was an accident. Them niggas is a bum. Pack them niggas up. So on the Litty side though, I hate that I have to agree with this nigga, but I got the Lions definitely in, and it was either the Falcons or Carolina. And if I got to pick out the two, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. So my expertise ain't as advanced as the brother K's here, so I can't give you all the extra details. I just like them. That's who I like.
Yeah, you're not gonna talk about the offensive guard and the new kicker they got.
I don't know that the offensive coordinator is
and how they special
has a
teams coach
90% win
is one of the greatest in the last 10 years.
On Thursdays. I don't know that. I don't know that the running back got new cleats, and when he plays in the grass, he has an 85% win percent. I don't know that. I don't know that. K knows that. I don't. I like the Falcons. I like the Lions. Rawr. That's all I know. That's it. I got all the extra stuff.
So what's your AFC picks? What's your AFC
picks? AFC? I'm gonna pack up the Ravens, and I'm gonna pack up Jacksonville. I'm gonna pack up the Ravens. I'm packing up Jacksonville, and I'm putting in the Jets because I know that much. They got A-Rod. Like, as long as he is, I feel like he can still get to where they need to go. I don't think about Super Bowl, but they're definitely gonna get to the playoffs. And I got the Raiders. The Raiders is my secondary team. I always loved the Raiders. Dallas Cowboys and the Raiders was the first two teams I was introduced to into football. So the Raiders has always been like my secondary team. So I'm fucking with the Raiders. Simple, straight to the point.
Okay. So for me,
hold on. I'm sorry, before you go, D. So my wager is one of us ain't making the playoffs. So I got a bottle that says we making the playoffs and you don't.
A bottle of what?
Whatever you want. As long as there ain't no fucking
what do you want? You don't
even
even drink that.
One of the bottles that's like $2,000.
What's that?
As long as there ain't no Henry the 13th or under that other crazy shit.
Nah, Hennessy Dark.
Okay, say less.
Or a bottle of privilege. If you can't find the dark.
Okay. You mean black? He said
dark.
dark.
A man like you just know you're gonna win.
This nigga just said Hennessy Dark.
I usually go with my coconut rum, but since it's the Giants and it's the Cowboys, I'm gonna need some Bel Air Blue.
This nigga
I might need the bottle with
dancing. He's dancing just thinking about some
I might
Bel Air Blue.
I might need the bottle with Nipsey's face on it. I don't know.
You better. It don't matter. I niggas ain't making the playoffs, so.
Right. Sir, I think you need to get those shoulders under control. Hey. Shoulders is out of control right now.
Mark that down, D.
I got you.
Hey, underdog, put that on a t-shirt.
Hennessy Black and Bel Air Blue. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now let me go through my picks real quick. I agree. I think Buffalo doesn't make it this year. I think they shitty. Yeah, I think they shitty this year. And I think who else is going to be shitty? Tennessee Titans definitely shitty.
That's the easy one.
That's the easy one. So I think those two are gone. But I'm gonna add I'll add. Excuse me. I'm not gonna do. What do I want to add? One. Wait. I'm gonna say this first. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So I'm gonna. Oh, excuse me. No, that's not 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I think Tennessee doesn't make it. I think Buffalo doesn't make it. And I don't think the Chargers make it either. So I agree. Those 3 teams don't make it. Those are my 3. I think we're going to see Denver. I think we're going to see Cleveland. And I think we're going to see the Jets. Those are my 3 that's going to be Litty. Don't ask me why. I'm just going with a gut feeling. Denver.
It ain't hard.
Cleveland and the Jets.
Yeah, you know how I feel about Denver.
I'll back you up. You know why? Because Denver, the Raiders, and the Chargers all play in the same division. That was a division that we highlighted last season. You know what I'm saying? And that division is also and the Chiefs playing that division. You know what I'm saying? So two teams can make it from there, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Two teams ain't gonna make it from there. I feel like the two teams that got better. I mean, the Chiefs all day. But when you add Sean Payton to my boy Russell Wilson, one of my favorite quarterbacks, Russell. When you add him to Russ Wilson, it's gonna make a difference. Sean Payton is gonna make a difference.
I thought Denver was an easy choice. I was just waiting to see if one of y'all was gonna pick them, because it was definitely one of my picks. And
I ain't picking him.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just go with the force. Okay, I go with the force, and that's exactly what I feel now.
That's why the Chargers can't make it. The Chargers ain't gonna make it because I don't see three teams from that division going in. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think that, and even though Justin Herbert is that guy, I just don't think they have enough this year. So I just think they're gonna take a step back. Now
they added more offense. They gave a nigga more receivers. Like, anyway, go ahead.
NFC East. Excuse me, not NFC East. I think that's what I think of first when I think of the NFC. But then the NFC, who I don't think is gonna make it. I think Minnesota is going to be out. I believe Tampa is out, and I believe Seattle is out. Those are my three teams. See, I said two, but if y'all notice, is a running theme with me. I picked three, right? So I believe, right? I think New Orleans is gonna make it from the NFC South. I think Detroit's gonna make it for the North. And the third team, I said New Orleans. I said, and the third team is Chicago. I think Chicago's gonna surprise teams. That's who my third team is gonna be. I'm gonna go with that. I will not go against the Giants or the Dallas Cowboys because they're two wild cards in the same division. That's too crazy. I don't think all three of us possibly will make it, but I'm not willing to bet on either one of those teams not making it.
I'll say this for you, D. I will say this for you. The Seahawks are one of the dark horses in the NFC, period, because they have made tons of additions on the offensive end and on the defensive side. If Geno was no fluke last season, them boys are probably they're gonna be up there. They in the same division with San Fran, so they won't win it, but they gonna be in the playoffs, my nigga. The Seahawks got crazy in the offseason. I ain't gonna take up too much time, but they one of my teams.
You could argue your football points later, sir. But the truth of the matter is, that's my choice. Those are my picks, and I got my reasons for my picks. And I ain't gonna talk about the kicker the kicker these niggas got and all of that shit. I'm just saying. That's what I think is gonna happen. We talk about somebody not making it, somebody gonna make it. So it's very possible that somebody from the NFC East does not make the playoffs. I'm glad you guys made that wager, so I do not have to be involved in that. But it's very possible one of those teams don't make it. So we got it, ladies and gentlemen. On the next episode of Straight from the Block, I will review the picks that we've all made on who's making it and who's not. And we're going to just post that. I'll make sure that that's just a video in itself so that when the time comes and the season comes, you can remember who made what predictions, because that's what we do here on Straight from the Block.
Madden about to come out anyway.
We'll see. You can simulate it, right? You can simulate it on Madden.
I can simulate the season in Madden. We're supposed to do it in 2K. No,
so we're gonna move on to the next episode. The next topic of Straight from the Block. It's gonna be about who has been the most marketable sports figure. Now, the reason why this came up as a topic for me, it was brought to my attention. I knew about this, but I hadn't paid it no mind. Marshawn Lynch is on some new show where they're supposed to be acting like they're supposed to be out of space or they in Mars or whatever the case may be. And I feel like nobody's really going to watch the show. But if they do, they're going to watch because of Marshawn Lynch. Everybody loves watching Marshawn Lynch, right? he was such a quiet player. But the minute he got to the point of retirement, he became must see, must watch TV. And since he's retired, he's been in commercials, he's been in everything, and everybody just loves to see Marshawn Lynch. He's hilarious. So
I'm just here because I don't get fined.
Exactly. So
I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's where it all started from.
So with all that being said, it just made me wonder who's been the most marketable players in any sport. And I wanted us to come up with 3. So start it off with me, Quest. Tell me what 3 you was able to come up with.
Marketable, and I ain't gonna say I didn't understand the question, but like when you mean marketable, like as in being able to sell products, like
everything. Marshawn Lynch been in Old Spice commercials. He's selling Doritos. I mean, the man's in everything right now since he's been retired or even close to retirement. He's just been extremely marketable for whatever reason. So just name some players you think the top 3 to you that you feel like could have sold anything because of who they are, or maybe what they, what type of character they are, personality, what?
I don't think he has a bunch of personality, but Steph, he's personable, he's likable. Everybody loves Steph. Little kids love fucking Steph. Like little kids is really running around with Under Armour sneakers. I would never. But that he's selling some sneakers. He's in what the commercials is? He's in mad shit. Steph is in mad shit. So I got Steph. He got niggas wanting to play golf, bro. Steph got niggas wanting to go out there and play golf. Like Steph's some different nigga. I got Steph, Patrick Mahomes, and I'm trying to think of like another sport. Shit. Cause I don't really see too many commercials like that no more. Like niggas don't have regular TV no more.
It don't have to be. It don't have to be from right now though. Michael
Jordan.
Huh?
Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was all time. The question was really for all time.
I thought you meant like right now. Oh shit, yeah.
It's easy for me, D. We ain't even got to take that long.
Michael Jordan,
MJ, Shaq,
Shaq,
and Tiger.
Tiger, yeah.
Tiger got everybody playing golf. You talking about Steph? Tiger's the reason why Steph playing golf right now.
True.
So Shaq, you talk about somebody that was everywhere and did everything.
All right, so let me tell you my 3 real quick. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, okay? So I got Jordan, I got Shaq, and I got Derek Jeter.
I like those answers was much better. Those answers was much better.
Yeah. And for me, Jordan, Shaq, and Tiger.
Yeah, like Shaq endorsed everything, my nigga. Like it wasn't nothing that nigga. Shaq is a part of everything. Nigga Shaq is part of Google. Nigga Shaq owns part of Ring. Like Shaq is just in everything, bro. That nigga, he sells. Nigga, yo, listen, when my insurance is up, I'm going to the general, nigga. And it ain't because of him. It's because Shaq told me to, nigga. So I fucks with Shaq so much that I'm going to see what the fucking general talking about.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Word, bro.
So for me, to be honest with you, my 3 is going to be a little. Shaq is the easy. To me, Shaq was a super easy pick for me because his personality allows him to not only find humor and make anything entertaining, but because he was such a polarizing figure, it made it, you paid attention because it was Shaq, right? One of the other people to me who was easily marketable, I'm gonna go to football, and I'm going to say it was Bo Jackson. So I feel like
Bo knows.
Yeah, I think the
But
slogan.
One of the best sneakers.
Yeah, I think because of Bo Knows This and the fact that he was a multiplayer figure, it made it easy for him to sell damn near anything.
That was a good pick. That was a good one.
Yeah, so Bo Jackson, I said Shaq. And then another player, I wanted to go baseball, and it wasn't going to be Derek Jeter, even though Jeter is, I'm a Yankee fan.
Griffey?
Trying to think. Can't think. No, see, it was still gonna be, Bo was football and baseball, so it wasn't gonna be anybody else. That's why I picked Bo Jackson, because it was baseball and football. Let me see if I could think of one more figure to me that. Oh, that's who it is. It was football. It was football. Peyton Manning. I feel like Peyton. I think people enjoy Peyton way more since he's retired than when he was playing. And he could sell anything. He's in every commercial. Yeah, he's in like every commercial doing everything. Like him and Eli, what they show. I think he's way more.
I think it's really cool that he has his brother with Down syndrome on his show. Like, I think that's really cool of him. That he gives his brother so much spotlight.
I believe that if Eli didn't push Peyton to get a second ring, because Eli already had 2 rings before Peyton did, that none of these shows would even be possible. It's the fact that they both got 2 fucking rings, and Eli motivated Peyton to get that fucking second one. Why these niggas is even doing shows right now? You heard?
Okay. We always know when you get a little excited and aggressive because you get closer to the camera. Yeah, relax.
Yo,
relax.
Eli Manning is the champions, nigga. Champions, nigga.
Just remember, Peyton stayed playing. They came back. Peyton couldn't fucking retire until he got that second ring, B. He came back with Denver, and Denver carried him.
We know, we get it, sir. But
listen, out of all the people we
you don't have to say it with your chest every time, though. You don't got to say it.
All the people we name, only one of them niggas got a theme song, bro.
Who? Sometimes
I dream that he is me. You got to see that's how I dream to be. Boom, 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 boom. Nigga. That's true. Nobody else had a theme song, my nigga. Nigga got a theme song.
Like,
Listen, that's true.
You were singing that shit.
I wasn't singing that shit. I was,
but I don't even like Mike like that.
Look.
Nigga,
Magic,
I was thinking.
Wait. My favorite player had a commercial, and it was he still had a slogan. It's like magic, bling. Right? They had the bling. But listen, he still didn't have a song. I can't. Listen, Magic to me, as marketable as he was.
Yeah,
Magic was very marketable, but he can't hold the candle to what Mike. It's a difference between what was sold and what became super popular and what was just. I didn't feel like I knew Mike based on none of his commercial or his endorsements. He didn't feel personable to me, so to me that matters. Like, just because you popular and I put you next to a hat. Of course, it's gonna sell because you're Michael Jordan, but that don't mean you were personable or entertaining. You want to know what's the most entertaining I've ever seen Michael Jordan is when he was with Michael Jackson in the Jam video. Nigga trying to do a little.
Crazy now that you said that. That might be like one of the only things when you seen him like playing around and shit.
Yeah, interact and try to be himself or whatever. Yeah. In no other commercial have I seen Mike make it seem a little bit entertaining to me. It was just.
I gotta throw my son Kobe in there too. Kobe was personable. Kobe's funny on the low. He got one of the best Nike commercials ever.
Which is
whoa. Are we forgetting that Michael Jordan had the commercial with Michael Jackson? Jackson. The
Oh,
two
what,
MJ.
sir,
the
you must
McDonald's
have
shit?
you must have blacked out because we already mentioned that. You must have
Okay.
stepped away.
Kobe had the commercial with Kanye and all of them, and he was teaching the seminar. But Kobe Bryant, I sold X amount of records. What do you want me to do, Kobe Bryant? Sell more. I already sold everything. We'll do more. You don't remember that commercial? You bugging. Same animal, but a different beast?
Nah, I don't
Get the
remember
fuck
that.
out of here. You never see that commercial.
No, it's not that. I never seen it. I don't remember it.
Oh, no, you bugging. That commercial is one of the greatest commercials ever.
Yeah, but coming from a Kobe fan, of course it would be memorable to you.
Anybody will tell you that's one of the best Nike commercials ever. Top 5. That's up there with the dribbling shit.
Nah, I don't think it's top 5. I think we'll save that for the next show. Let's come up with our top 5 Nike commercials. Because I bet you it's gonna be that's only gonna be in your list. It ain't gonna be in me and Case.
What? I will have to look at that different.
I don't even remember it.
How you don't remember same animal, different beast? Nah, y'all bugging. I'm gonna send it to y'all in the chat. Y'all bugging.
Was this okay? No, that was a McDonald's commercial. I was about to say, remember the commercial with was it Ginobili with Joanna 99-cent fry?
Joanna, with Joanna Howard?
Yeah.
Grant
that
Hill?
Shit was hilarious.
Grant Hill, Joanna Howard, and somebody else.
I think Ginobili was in that shit, yo. I
don't know commercial shit? The Kobe shit with Tim Duncan, and they was rapping. They was battle rapping.
What? What are you doing?
Yo, get your commercial game up, D. See, now I'm starting to think it's just you. Get your commercial game up, my nigga.
Yo, you remember Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan
and Kobe?
Yes.
You remember it, kid?
Yes.
Yeah. They was battling. I think it was a Sprite commercial.
Nike, okay, because Sprite, listen, all right, the next show. That's for next show.
Yeah, we'll leave that for the next show. Yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have rambled enough and went on for the tangent on so many different topics. But that will conclude this episode of Straight from the Block. Like I said, episode 3, season 2, only on 92.6 WKBP, The Spot. I'm your host, DePlano, my co-host. Please holler at him on the way out.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Questro, a.k.a. Crip Bayless. Stop playing with me, you heard?
Your boy Aston Martin, a.k.a. Mr. Martin, man. We out of here.
All right.
Peace out. Ass hat off.
Yeah. Take the Bet Bryn off.
Yeah.